I always felt like I was standing in the background, like everyone else had a spotlight, and I didn't exist. Even in a crowded room, I could vanish. And somehow, no one noticed. I remember sitting at the dinner table, words swirling around me, laughter echoing, and yet I felt completely unseen. I tried to speak up sometimes, but my voice felt thin and fragile, as if it would shatter in the air. So I stopped. I folded into myself. I became small. Growing up invisible isn't about being ignored on purpose. It's subtle, quiet. It creeps in when no one corrects the pattern, when your opinions aren't asked for, when your accomplishments aren't acknowledged, when your feelings are brushed aside as too sensitive or dramatic. Pause and reflect. Have you ever felt your thoughts mattered less than others? That the world sees everyone else, but somehow skips over you? Psychologists call this emotional invisibility. It's not that you weren't loved. You might have been, but love without recognition can feel like it doesn't exist. When no one validates your presence, your mind starts to doubt itself. You question your value, your choices, your very existence. I remember sitting in class, raising my hand, waiting for someone to notice my answer, and the teacher moving on before I spoke, or sharing a story at home, only to hear a distracted in response. These moments are small, almost invisible, but they stack. They whisper, "You don't matter. You are not seen." And it's exhausting. You learn to anticipate being overlooked. You stop asking for attention. You hide, not because you want to, but because you've been trained to survive. Pause. Think about that for a moment. How many times have you swallowed your feelings, held back words that mattered, pretended to blend in so it wouldn't hurt to be ignored again? But here's the twist. Being invisible teaches you something else. You become deeply observant, sensitive to small details, empathetic in ways others can't understand. You notice emotions, moods, and subtle cues that most people completely miss. Your invisibility sharpens your awareness. Real-life example. I could sense when a friend was upset, even when they smiled. I could feel tension in the room before anyone spoke. I could predict moods, reactions, and unspoken thoughts. It was draining, but it also gave me power, a quiet understanding of people and life that others rarely see. And slowly, I realized invisibility doesn't have to define me. Being unseen doesn't mean being worthless. It means I learned to observe, reflect, and understand in ways that others didn't. You might feel invisible right now. You might feel ignored, overlooked, or even forgotten. But being invisible gave you a unique strength, a sensitivity to the world that is rare and profound. Your voice matters. Your feelings matter. Even if no one else sees you right now, you can choose to see yourself. You can step forward, slowly, step by step, and let the world finally notice. And one day, you'll understand. The very thing that made you feel unseen also gave you insight, depth, and empathy that the world desperately needs. You are not invisible. You are thoughtful, observant, sensitive, alive, and your presence is more powerful than you've ever realized.